Hey there. Now you're here because you probably searched for heart intelligence, or you searched for mindfulness, or simply by coincidence. Well, I don't really believe in coincidence, so we'll just say it's synchronicity. Okay? Nevertheless, here you are. I'm going to share with you about how do you integrate heart intelligence into mindfulness and meditation. So before I even dive into this topic, I want to share a little bit about mindfulness. I just want to touch on it. I don't want to go too much into depth about mindfulness because there's so many resources out there talking about mindfulness and what it is, mindful practices. So I'm not going to go in depth, but just to lightly touch on it, what I'm going to say is that mindfulness is a practice, is a way of being. More to me, is more of a way of being that has its roots in Buddhism, and at its core it's about living life in the present moment, right? So living life with full awareness of yourself in the present moment, being aware of your thoughts, being aware of your emotions, being aware of what is going on in your body, so that you can be more present to yourself, and then from that place be more present to your life experience. It is an amazing, amazing philosophy and way of life that I would highly recommend. If you're not already practicing this, I would recommend that you at least start with some small practices, mindful practices. So, how does heart intelligence now integrate into mindfulness? Well, what is heart intelligence, first of all? We can explain heart intelligence by looking at the physical organ, right? The heart, the pump that pumps blood throughout your body and keeps you alive. We could look at it from that point of view. And from that point of view, I would say that, traditionally, when we talk about neurons and neural pathways and neural network, right? We always refer to the mind. That's where neurons are, the brain, right? However, more recently, it's been discovered that the heart actually has 40,000 neurons. That's 40,000 neurons with its own neural pathways and neural network. And what's even more than that is that there's more information going from the heart to the brain than from the brain to the heart. Okay, so from this point of view, you could talk about the heart intelligence that informs the brain, which then acts on the rest of your body. You could also explain it from the point of view of the not the physical organ, but the energetic heart, right? The energetic center of your heart, even the spiritual heart, right? So from that point of view, the way that you understand heart intelligence is to look at your heart center, this energetic heart center, as the center that is connected to all of you, and from that place also connect with all of your surroundings, with the earth, with the trees around you, and even beyond that with universal wisdom, right? All of that is you're connected to that, and it flows through your heart center. So that is just lightly touching on mindfulness and heart intelligence. Again, there are plenty of resources out there, so I'm not going to go in depth about this. What I'm going to focus on is how do you integrate heart intelligence into mindfulness and meditation. So, mindfulness has many, many practices. One of them being meditation. This is probably the most known and the most practiced practice, the most practiced practice of mindfulness, meditation, right? So, in a mindful meditation, the goal is to empty your mind of thoughts, to calm your mind from what the Buddhists call the monkey mind, that inner chatter that is always going on in your mind. All of that takes energy. It takes energy away from you. So when you are quieting your mind, you are able to pull in the energy back into you, and focusing more onto your own body, right? So when you are tired, try this. Actually, I invite you to try this. When you're tired or you're stressed about something, do a mindful meditation. Do a meditation where you are calming your inner chatter down. Okay, now of course this takes practice. If you haven't done a mindful meditation before, it's not as easy as just sitting down and quieting your mind, right? It takes practice. So be patient with yourself. But if you do that, if you manage to get to that state of quieting your mind, you will notice how revitalized you feel afterwards, how energized you feel afterwards. You don't have to take a nap. You don't have to do some other things to distress. A simple meditation, or even a short meditation, can bring you back into yourself. Okay? So if you noticed, everything about mindfulness is about the mind. It's about quieting the mind. It's about bringing the mind's focus and its awareness to the present moment, right? It is with the mind that we focus. So how do we bring heart intelligence into mindfulness and mindful meditation? Well, it's very, very easy. It's very simple. When you quiet your mind, when you go into your meditative state, as a mindful meditation invites you to do, focus on your breath. But to bring heart intelligence into it, focus on your breath as you're breathing in through your heart center and breathing out through your heart center. Right? So have this breath going in and out through your heart center. This automatically brings your focus away from the mind into your heart. A lot of times I hear people saying, I cannot quiet my mind. Yes, of course you can't, because you are focusing on quieting the mind. You cannot quiet the mind by focusing on quieting the mind. The way you quiet the mind is by focusing on something else. So the heart gives you that something else to focus on that really helps you to quiet the mind. Now, when you are in your heart, focusing all your energy in your heart center, and your mind is quiet, feel. We always say that the language of the mind is thought and the language of the heart is feeling. So I invite you to feel. Feel how it feels. Whatever comes up for you. Don't shy away from feelings that are negative. Okay? We don't believe in negative feelings. But invite in any feeling that may come up for you, and then allow yourself to feel. Feel the feeling, not the emotion. The emotion is feeling plus story. If you go into story, you go into your mind. I'm feeling angry because this reason and that reason. Okay, if you do that, automatically you're in your mind. So go into your heart and feel the feeling, not the emotion. The feeling is the feeling without the story, right? So remove the story and focus only on the feeling. Let's say angry. You're feeling angry. Okay, feel the feeling of anger or frustration, whatever it may be, and feel it throughout your body. How does it feel? Just feel it going into your body, keeping your focus here in your heart center, but allow the feeling of anger to permeate all of your body. You will see that soon, very soon, something happens. What we call this the alchemy of the heart. The heart has its way, it's divine intelligence of alchemizing any feelings that you have and dissipating them. So, try this when you are looking for an answer. You have a challenge, you have a goal that you need to achieve, but you don't really know how to achieve that goal. Bring in heart intelligence into this. Quiet your mind, focus on your heart, and listen. Listen to, pose a question that you have and listen to your heart. What does it have to say to you? You will notice that when the answer comes from the heart, it comes immediately. If you find yourself debating with yourself the pros and cons of the answer that you've received, you're back in your mind. Don't worry about it. Just quiet back the mind and come back into your heart and hear that answer. You will notice that the answer is immediate, it's clear, it's to the point. Okay? So this is how you bring heart intelligence into mindfulness and into the meditation. It's not just about quieting the mind. It is about feeling into yourself. When you get to feel into yourself, you get to feel more of yourself. You get to feel all of yourself. So guys, try bringing in heart intelligence into mindfulness and let me know down in the comments how it works for you.